Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea Patrick, the BU Boss. If this is your first time here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell if you love lifestyle, personal style, and business tip videos. That's what I'm talking about here on the channel, because here I am all about that quality of life, and I want you to find yours so that you can make your personal and business life coexist. All right, I am working on that intro, so just bear with me because it is what it is. If you remember correctly, we are going to be talking about how to fall back in love with your business this month, the month of February. Now, remember, I have teamed up with two amazing women, Kelly Williams and Allegra Jackson, and the three of us are going to bring you tips and tricks on how you can fall back in love with your business each week in February, which means you will have a total of 12 videos in this playlist to help you stay in tune and connected with your business and be in love with it all year long. All you have to do, follow all three of us on Instagram. All of our profiles are in my description box below. You can also subscribe to all of our channels so that you do not miss episodes, because they all work together to give you amazing tips. And then at the end, we are going to be doing something special for those of you who followed along for the ride. I don't know, a drawing or something, I don't know, but just stick around and I promise that, something fun will be coming out of it. Also, if you would, make sure you engage in all of our videos, because I'll be personally asking you a question each video. So stick around to the end so that you don't miss the question. If you haven't answered any of the questions, then how can you be entered into any drawing that we actually do? So make sure you are paying attention and engaging. All right, this week's topic is all about going back to the beginning. And I am going to be sharing my tips for doing so. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, stick around. When you go back to the beginning, that is all about remembering your why. Why did you get started in this business in the first place? If you want to fall back in love with your business, it is imperative that you get back to the root of the reasons you started this business in the first place. For me, that was my epiphany moment. I realized at a point in time that I was an adult and that I could do whatever I wanted to do as long as I could deal with the consequences of my actions. That was a light bulb moment for me that went off. It took a while. There was a journey, but that was when I realized that no was a complete sentence, and that a lot of the stress and overwhelm that I was particularly dealing with had to do with me being incapable of saying no, wanting to do too much. Part of that was me not being able to say no to the people who had their idea of what my life should look like, and I wasn't staying true to what I wanted. When I realized that, I also came to the conclusion that this must be a similar issue that others were having, and so it began my quest to find my own path to stick to and then show others how to do the same. So that was an epiphany moment, and I realized how important that was in my life. I wanted to continue that and share it with other people. So that was a spark, the beginning of my desire to help you, my community, develop a personal brand and then leverage that personal brand across any platform so that you could be the best you in any set of circumstances. So when it comes to falling back in love with your business, the first thing that I will say to do is to try and remember your epiphany moment. What was it? When did that light bulb moment go off for you? When did you realize that you could create the solution and you knew exactly what needed to happen? You could see it in the distance, and all you had to do was to map out your path to get there. That's where I want you to go. When was that light bulb moment? Next, I want you to remember the feeling you had when you realized that you could do it. You could actually make a difference and you could solve this problem yourself. How did that feel? Were you excited? Were you a little bit nervous? Were you fearful a little bit? Were you afraid to take the risk? Did you have butterflies? Get back into that feeling, and that will help you fall back in love with your business. That knowing that you really do have a solution to your problem and that you can actually fix it. Or maybe it is you saw a void. That was your epiphany moment. You saw a void in an industry, in an area, and you felt like you had the answer to fill that void. Was that your epiphany moment? Well, guess what? The void is still there, and that still needs you to help them solve the problem with whatever solution and value you can bring to the table. So remember that. Remember that epiphany moment, but remember also what it felt like to have that newfound feeling, that the butterflies, that thing at the very, very beginning. So remember your why. Remember how you felt when you had that why. And then the third thing I want you to do when we're talking about the why and we're getting back to the beginning, to think about the first step you took? What was the first thing you did when you realized that you recognized your challenge or that something needed a solution? And then what was that feeling? And then what did you do? What was the first step? Did you tell someone? Did you go to your computer and jot down an outline of how you wanted to get it started? Did you sit down and pray about it? What did you do? Because I want you to do that again. You always have to go back to the beginning if we want to remember, if we lose track of our why. Just go back and start over again. Not all the time. You don't have to do it for a long period of time. I'm not telling you to take weeks. I'm just telling you to sit down for a minute. Remember this epiphany moment, why you started doing what you were doing in the first place. Remember how you felt when you got really excited about the solution that you knew you could bring to the table. And then remember that first step, the first step you took to actually achieving your goal. Get back there. That is the beginning. We're getting back to the beginning, and you will start to fall back in love with your business because you started all this for a reason, right? You didn't just, do it for nothing. Remember your why, remember how you felt, and remember what you did to get started. And then go back to that. All right. I hope you enjoyed this first week from me. Now remember, don't forget to head down in my description and click on Kelly or Allegra's video because they too have some advice for you at the beginning, what you can do as you remember the beginning. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and leave a comment. My question of the day is, when did you know that you had a solution? Tell me how excited you were, how you felt. I'm so excited to see your answers. Don't forget, leave that comment, answer my question, and then you could potentially win something fun from Kelly, Allegra, and myself. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Remember, we're falling back in love with our business.